patch of cattails. It's been there for years.
Yeah.
Little trees. There was a pheasant in there and a bunch of quail. We didn't get anything, but you know, we saw them running around. And then we kind of walk north, and you go for a ways, and you go by that pond that's off on the left. It's a good sized pond there. It's been there forever.
Okay.
And then you come to where there's a horse pasture, and then just across from the horse pasture is that sage area, and we kind of climb over the barbed wire fences and go up into the sage, and that's where it's just like for the last 10 or 15 years there's been more and more quail up in that sage area.
Huh. Yeah, because I mean you would see a quail every now and then, but you'd never see any numbers of them.
There's been more and more of them. We ran into 2 really good sized coyotes in the morning.
But you didn't shoot any?
We got 3, but we should have had a lot more. But Lee wasn't shooting most of the time because he had his little puppy.
Because you look proud of his puppy.
I know, with good reason. And it's like 3.5 months old puppy, but at any rate, and it was just being a puppy Saturday mostly.
Yeah, which is what they're supposed to be.
Breezy was hunting really good. Extremely dusty over there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it dusty. Previous weekend they had that big storm, that big dust storm.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Closed down I-90.
Right.
And I think that just left dust covering everything. Everything was just dusty, dry and dusty. I mean, you'd walk through grass and it was just like a cloud of dust.
Kind of like after when St. Helens blew, it was all that dust all over the place.
So at any rate, so then after we got 3 and then we drove up to Moses Lake, and once or twice a year Lee stops in there to see Mr. Pomeroy, Stuart Pomeroy. And so
he's in the nursing home, isn't he?
Yeah. So Lee, put his puppy on a leash, and we went in there, and we figured, somebody would holler if you can't have puppies in there. But apparently you can. Yeah. So at any rate, we found his room. He has a really nice big room. It's really for 2 people, I think. And he looks good. He looks better than the last time I saw him about 5 years ago. I guess he'll be a 90 here shortly, like in November, I think he said.
But he was happy to see you boys.
Yeah, I think so. And he's still pretty sharp mentally,
Yeah.
He was fun. He's just always a kick to talk to. And you learn something new every time you talk to him.
I don't have any cookies.
It's mine,
For
Mom.
dessert, by dessert.
It's mine.
I think I'm going to get another spoon. I'm just not getting any soup with that.
Oh, aren't you? Oh. Okay, let me have another spoon. It's too fancy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hard to eat with, but
I
it is
didn't
fancy.
think so.
I kept wanting to dribble down my chin. I'm not used to eating with a spoon shaped like that, I guess.
That's a cartoon spoon.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask Mom, can you just kind of go over, like, when I was born in Missoula,
Yes.
and
Mark was born at Jamestown.
Mark was born in Jamestown.
I was 7 months pregnant when we moved back after Dad got graduated.
Uh-huh.
And Mark was born in Jamestown. year and a half later, 17 months later.
Now, which one of it? No, okay, so that's Gary. Where was Kirk born?
He was born in Fargo,
Fargo.
or Moorhead. The hospital was in Fargo.
That's right, and we lived in Moorhead, right?
Yes, we lived in Moorhead.
Right, in that apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary, Mark, Kirk, David. Where was David?
We were living in our house
In.
in Fargo. 'Cause we bought a new house,
Right, okay.
and we moved there. When Kirk was, I suppose, about a year and a half old. We were renting an apartment at Tilly's, and then we had the house built, and we moved into that.
I remember.
And that's where Mark was below in the basement across the road, and this brick fell on his head.
Yep.
We were living right next door to Marley and Peterson's.
So I would have been about 4.5, 5 years old then. Because I remember Mark and we had a hammer, and we found some .22 ammunition, and we were hitting. You had that concrete porch right off the front door. You remember that?
Front or back?
Front.
Oh.
Up the front. Anyway, Mark and I were hitting these .22s with the hammer, and they were exploding, and the bullets were flying off.
You're kidding.
No, you don't remember that?
No.
And then I didn't realize how dangerous that was. I did not have
Who
a
told
clue,
you?
but they popped.
Who told you?
Well, I learned it as I got older that 22s,
Did I know it? That you did that?
nobody found out. We never got caught.
Oh, I never realized
For the
that.
grace of God. Kid from
You know, it's a miracle we grew up to be adults.
I know! We did so many stupid things. But anyway, I remember that front porch. And what was it? There was something else. Okay. So David was born, and then after David... Dawn. Where was Dawn born?
in Cooperstown.
Cooperstown. Now, why was she born in Cooperstown?
Because we moved back to Juanita. We had to move back to Juanita when David was a baby, because Mother Wrestler had a stroke,
Oh, that's right.
and Grandpa asked us to move back home. I cried and cried. I'd get up at 4 in the morning and cry while I was ironing, because I had to give up my new house.
Yeah.
And then we moved back there. So I had to take care of Grandma, and Dad had to take over the store for Grandpa. And we lived there. Well, I went to Dr. Wakefield when Dave was a baby. I suppose I went to, he was my doctor in Cooperstown.
Mm-hmm.
And was that after Dawn was born? I don't remember that. He said, "You go home and tell Francis to get you out of that house, or you'll have to take you to Jamestown, which is the insane place." Because I was breaking out all over, and he knew that Mother Wrestler was a lot of I thought the world of her, but nobody could do anything for her but me, and I was under a lot, and I had 4 little kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I went home and I told Dad that, and so he went up to talk to Jimmy Mack to see if we could live in the old greenhouse.
Oh.
And
So that's how we got in the greenhouse.
and so he put together all this leftover paint that customers hadn't used, and he painted the outside of the house. That's why we called it the old greenhouse. It was an ugly green.
Yeah.
And wallpapered the walls, fixed this one bedroom upstairs, put new wallpaper on it, and wallpapered the living room downstairs. And he went to Jimmy and he said, and Jimmy Mack come to Dad and he said, "Well, I told the landlady," because he was just renting it, that people were living in her house, but there wasn't going to be any rent because they were putting so much into it. It's a lot better off with them there than not there. Because Jimmy lived in a
He lived in a
little
trailer.
Yeah.
Just right across from the house
Yeah,
there.
on the end, down back of the end of the property,
Yeah.
because he farmed the land,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so, and we lived there then.
And how long did we live there?
Well, whatever year that was. Dawn was born when we lived there.
Well, it would have been
Dawn was
probably.
born in 1954.
Well, Grandma died in '56.
Yeah, Grandma died in 1956.
And then it was after that we moved back with Grandpa.
Yes.
And so I was 6 then, and we were 4 when we came. I was 4 when we came from Fargo, is what I'm remembering.
Oh,
And so that would have been 2 years then in the
Yeah.
house then, with kind of what I'm remembering. And then 2 years probably with Grandpa, and then we came up here.
Yeah. So after Don, let's see, Don was born in Cooperstown,
yeah, Dawn was born.
and then Lee. Where was Lee born?
He was born in Cooperstown.
Cooperstown too.
Yeah, because we were living at Mother and Dad Wrestlers.
Okay. And then Dick, he was born
Out
here.
Lee must have been just a baby when we came.
He
back.
was. He was just 6 months old when we moved out here.
And then, so Lee was born at Northwest then? Or Northgate? Or where was Lee born at?
No, in Cooperstown.
Or Cooperstown. I don't mean Lee. I meant Dick. I'm sorry.
Dick was born at Northwest.
North.